Oh, here we go. Yeah. Something been forgetting to do in the last few episodes. While I think of it, comment, subscribe, share, all the other fun bullshit things you have to do to increase viewership. Uh, yeah. We've been started watching uh, Tokyo Ghoul and The Simpsons. Nice to see that someone finally came. Thank you very much. Been watching Tokyo Ghoul and I started watching The Simpsons from the beginning. I seen 2 episodes of The Simpsons so far and 1 episode of Tokyo Ghoul. Probably would could have watched more, but I got distracted by Stardew Valley. So yeah, uh, trying to think. And I didn't get to watch much of Daredevil. I'll probably give try at least an episode. Just have the last episode playing here to try to increase how many views the channel gets. Uh, about 15 minutes left, so yeah. Uh, Actually, before anything else, I'm going to pull those blinds because I know just in case. Oh Jesus! Uh, That's a small bit of exercise there. Uh, 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 yeah, I don't know if you heard that noise, but the desktop's just saying and that I can't do an update. At least there's that. Let's see. Uh, Shop's fairly busy anyway. Uh, uh, Now, granted, I don't deal with too many bad customers. I can't even remember the last time I had to deal with one, but but still, even if you don't deal with customers directly in a shop, they're still a pain in the hole. Like sometimes I think it's always someone looking to rob it, but but get but they don't think they can get away with it. They put hot food in the mineral fridge, which I'm usually the one doing the days I'm in. Like other people do it, obviously. You, when I'm not in because I only work 3 days, but but people putting hot food in the mineral fridge, like putting it anywhere, is a pain in the hole. I know that, but specifically when they hide it behind stuff in the mineral fridge, so. Uh, uh, And something like it's been years since this happened, but something that still pisses me off is one time I was just at the checkouts because one of the jobs I have to do is help customers carry out. And one time I was just around the tills, and there was a customer there, and she had a box with her because we have boxes at the front of the shop if you want a box to put your messages. And the box didn't look too heavy. Like I know I'm still overweight and that, but back then I was more out. I wasn't as fit. Like I'm fitter. Like I'm sure I can be still fitter now if I really pushed myself. But relative to now, at least I was very unfit. Even if I'm still very unfit, at least I'm fitter. But but the box didn't look that heavy. But she had two kids with her, and I just thought, hey, she might want to hold the two children's hands. I'll ask if she wants a hand out, and I did. And she said, no, the box is too heavy. Fuck off with yourself. All you had to tell me was no. Like, even if you rudely told me no, I most likely would have forgotten. Or even if I didn't forget, it wouldn't be something that I wouldn't care too much about. But uh, but it gets better. The story actually gets better. The next day, just before I finished, I think I might have been a minute too late because of this. But just as I was finishing, I had to do a carry out, and this box was heavy. It wasn't too bad, but it was heavy enough. Like it was bigger and heavier than the box she probably would have had. Like, granted, the box could have been the customer from the day before might have been heavier than I thought, but even then, but the box the next day I had to carry out was definitely bigger, if not heavier, most likely heavier. And I carried it out, had to carry it down to the bank. Like, the bank's just about a minute to walk from the shop. Is the same car park, and on the way back, who's outside collecting other than the customer from the day before, saying, "Oh, I'll get you to carry out my boxes in the future." Like, no, I do not remember who this woman is, so I probably have carried it to her shop and out, but she can fuck off. Obviously, I wouldn't say that to a customer because, well, not that I absolutely need a job, but I'm better off with the job. I wouldn't put myself at risk over that because, like, while it does piss me off, it's not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. I know people have it much worse, but it still pisses me off. Uh, um, I'll just show you I can talk about the shop, but I don't want to give. But just in case, like, I haven't told anyone in work about this channel, just so I can have the freedom to talk it. But I don't want to say complain too much, just in case someone does happen upon the channel. Like, I doubt it because about 99 of the views are just for me. Mm, but at the same time, there is a risk at the moment. Like, after, like, if and when I leave the shop and they find it afterwards, like, I won't have to. Don't have to worry too much. Oh, excuse me. Uh, it's not all bad, but not really. Like, it only really suits me because A, I don't drive, and B, I'm not living in town. I'm living at home with my parents, but my dad walks in walks in the shop. Like, we don't have the same hours. The like the closest is the two closest days. Well, actually, we don't have the exact same hours, so he's usually in before me on a Friday and Saturday. But on a Friday, he's finished half an hour after me. So I usually wait the half an hour, or sometimes hour, the odd time longer, waiting for him. And for Saturday, we're finished at the same time. So I go home with them those days. And then on a Thursday, he starts half an hour before me, but it's not really what my mum waking up and bringing me in for half an hour later when I can just go in with my dad. So it suits me at the moment. to in the shop, but just barely. Like I am like I'm looking for other work. Um, like I no, and I have a like I have no. I'm not 100% certain, but but I applied for a travel for a tour guide or I travel. I think it was a tour guide, tour manager. Anyway, um, I can't remember the exact description of the job, but it had to do with tourism anyway. Um, I might I might take a look at my emails later on and check what exactly the description was because they don't because this was 2 months ago now. But I applied for a job. I think it was a tour guide of some description, and they and and I applied just before the lockdown hit Ireland, and 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 then about a week or two after the lockdown, I just got an email back from them saying that they're holding on interviews and that, and they're one of the few, and they're the only one to email me back saying that. Like I got like before that, I got emails from companies saying that when I basically saying, well, they didn't say it exactly like this. They basically said, at the moment, we don't think you're a suit for us, but we are keeping your CV on file if if an opening occurs and we think you are fit, which I appreciate that they got back to me after me sending a CV because at least because even if because I can go under the assumption of I'm probably not going to get the job, I can move on, and even if I do get the job, I might as well keep looking anyway because no because that there's no guarantee because the amount of times I applied for places and I didn't even get a message or anything saying that they got the CV. Like I wouldn't. I appreciate even the companies that send a generic message saying you're not accepted or we got your CV or whatever because at least I know oh, that I wasn't accepted or at the very least I was seen at all. Well, rather than not hearing anything and you don't know how long to wait. Like I usually have hopes out for until the second week, and then at the second week, while I still might have some hope, I'm thinking probably best just to forget about it. Now there's been a few more jobs kind of posting lately. Like most of them, I'm not qualified to do because they're in the healthcare or something, or need some kind of qualification that I don't have. Like if the stuff there that I can get where it says preferred, I'll most likely apply because like the worst they can say is no. But if there's something specific that I need, I usually avoid it. But uh, actually, I might. There's actually an idea. I could look up. Mm, mm, I could look up in Indeed. I might look up different ones, but at least Indeed and just talk about different job openings. I don't know how legal it is. I think I'm safe enough for the moment, but just in case, I won't. If for whatever reason I have to take down the video, oh, I'll just have to accept it. Hopefully, this one doesn't explode, or if it doesn't explode at the point where I hope that it's not the biggest one. Like, even if I never do this again, at least it'll be something different for this channel because I like talking about movies, video games, and all that, but there's only so much you can talk about. Uh, let's see. Uh, these three new jobs. Uh, paving and concrete finishing, ground worker. Yeah, I'll go through the rest of it, but you need 3 years of concrete finishing, 3 years paving, and 3 years concrete. Like, I was thinking before even clicking, I probably wouldn't get it, but they're actually, like, I'm assuming they have it up there, they have it like this so they can negotiate, but they actually have down here salary €0 and 0 cent per week. Like, I'm assuming that's because they want to negotiate. So, working foreman, living nanny, the housekeeper. Might look at this. Mm, completing all housekeeping duties, laundry and ironing, hoovering, sweeping, daily organization. I've been the mum with the little girl. Mum is very hands on. Oh, they have a Shih Tzu. Uh, I don't think I would apply for it. Like, something to keep in mind, if depending on my mood in the next 2 or 3 weeks, if it's still up. But I don't think. Uh, here's this one I actually keep meaning to apply for. I'll apply for it now. I probably doesn't make interesting content, but fuck it. Uh, oh, hold on just a second. Do uh, oh, just in case anyone is wondering, it's for a stock manager. I won't say where, just in case I do get the job, because I don't want kind of like not too many people are watching the. Not too many people are watching these, but I don't. But in case these videos do take up, I don't want any stalkery kind of fans. So um, uh, Google Drive. Um, um, I'm a Mister. Uh, First name Pike, surname Dunn. Address. Do. Address lane 1, town, county, postcode. Uh, do. I have to look up my phone number here, which I will not say out loud because I don't want any creeps calling me. Like I'm well aware that most people uh, would not do it, but then you have a creepy kind of fans who do not understand and boundaries, and then you have assholes or trolls or whatever you want to call them who don't give a shit about boundaries. I do. I won't give the last three digits because I know who. Uh, Shop assistant. Actually, better make sure I'm spelling that right. I actually am. They're asking for my current wage. I won't say that. Not that I have a problem with that. Uh, Looking for a palm in there. Uh, Notice pay. and mm, yeah, that's an. I'll look up other jobs here. I don't. I wouldn't like to be a bar manager because that involves working nights. I don't want to be working nights. Like if I was desperate, I would take up the job. But at the moment, I am not desperate. Uh, Sales assistant. I don't want to be in another. I don't want to be in a shop. Well, I know August is a shop, but mm, I don't want to be in a grocery store. Uh, Here's a Brazier General Operative. What is a Brazier General? I'm assuming it's a factory kind of job because General Operative is used most often in factory kind of jobs. It's a welder for copper pipework. And experience slash qualification is essential. Well, bollocks, because I would actually like have to start 8:30 in the morning and work till 4:30. Like I'm assuming that at some point I'll get bored. Oh, but it's so much easier. It'd be so much easier to do that than 10 till 6. Oh, they used to have to do 10 till 7. Like it's and it's even worse when one day out of the week you're working 10 to 2, which yeah, that day is grand. You can do whatever you want that day. But then if you want to keep a consistent sleep schedule, you have to wake up at the same time every morning. So 10 to 6 is awkward because you can't really do much in the morning, especially when one of your parents is in bed until about 9. So no point watching Netflix or whatever. None, mm, and then you don't. But then you also don't have as much time in the evening. Like even if I only look at my phone on all for the entire evening, not doing much, I want that freedom to do watch a TV show or go into town or and be in the drama group because it's very difficult to be in a drama group when you're meeting like when you're not practicing every day for a play because you're not in it. It's not that hard because you might only be in the meetings every so often, which is still a pain in the hole if they're at 8 because you have to rush home, get your dinner, um, then go back, get changed, then go back in all in the space of an hour. Uh, but when you're doing that for a few evenings a week, uh, uh like, uh, um, I've eaten. I tell you that like I had to do it twice. The last few years I was with the drama group, and Uh, and then one year I wasn't in the play, but it just so happened to be that that January and February leading up beforehand was so hectic in work that I wouldn't have been able to do it if I was in the play. Uh, I enjoy even if I'm not going, even when I'm not uh, doing rehearsing or whatever every evening. If I only go to the meetings and social nights every so often, I still enjoy going being in the drama group. Like I think it's worth it. But then you have those stressful times, and the drama group in and of itself isn't a stressful part. It's it's just organization to get to it that's the stressful part. Oh, like I don't. Like my hope is that the the my hope is that this channel will pick up enough that I be able to make some kind of, like, even if I do need a part-time job up up just to keep me afloat, like 1 or 2 days a week, just so that just to take into just so that I have some money so that any fluctuating in YouTube doesn't doesn't really hurt me. My the hope is that YouTube would I'd be able to make a living from this. Like, it doesn't have to be like a huge, but just enough to kind of get by. Like, obviously that might never happen. Now I have I do plan on. Now, I think if I really wanted to, I could probably organize something now with the digital marketer. But the plan is kind of around August, because hopefully by then mm, I'll have enough content that even if I'm only getting 1 or 2 views a week, I should have plenty so that I could go to a digital marketer and they'd be able to help me get a few hundred views at the very least. Oh, need to stretch. Oh, I need to do. Didn't do much exercise this morning. Uh, definitely need to. No, I think from my understanding, like, I could be wrong, but I think it's mostly. I think the information I have is mostly weight. Like, there could be specific things I might have wrong, but I think when it comes to losing weight, eat exercise isn't. I think it's helpful, but isn't. But it's not the thing you do to lose the most weight. Like, it only helps a little bit. Great boost with everything else, but I think just have to try to control eat much better. Like, I'm eating a little bit better now, because I think I lost. Like, I could be fooling myself. Like, I could be putting on weight or maintaining. I haven't rated myself in a while, but I think I lost at least a little bit of weight. Like, I could be fun because I used to go to Slimming World, and I know I didn't follow them exactly, but I did lose weight when two. What actually happened there was that for the first 2 or 3 months, I lost about a stone and a half. Then for the next year, while I did lose a small bit of weight, I was kind of fluctuating a bit, and then this year, uh, kind of, I just all went to shit, and I put back on the weight. So, but 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 that was mostly because I got back into some bad habits that I want to break, but I'm in a, like, no matter what way I look at it, it's like, Walks a bit of a pain in the hole to walk around, but I know I can do it. I did lose weight, so that's a pain in the hole, but I know I can walk around it. But the the hope is to kind of get a job that gives me enough of that pays me enough to kind of buy an apartment in town because I don't live in town. Oh, it was if I lived in town, it'd be so much handier because don't drive. But if I could move into town, it'd be like not saying that moving into town would make me lose weight, but it would at least I would at least be able. Uh, I would at least have the opportunity to try to do it the best way. Like at least have the maximum amount of opportunities is to walk around as best I can because I can just walk to the gym because it's a small enough town. Like, but like depending when, like if you pick the right place to if you manage to get somewhere close enough to the center of the town, you could realistically walk most places anyway. You mightn't be able to walk everywhere, but you'd be able to walk to most places if you pick the right place in town. And then if you need a big shopping, sure you can just do it online now. Uh, huh. uh, I don't know if people will see this glitch uh, once I'm finished this, but for a second the timer hit 37 minutes, but then went down to 36 and 59 seconds or something. I just happened to notice. I don't know if it ever happened before, and I'm assuming it might happen again without me even noticing. I just happened to catch it that time. Don't know if it will ever happen again, but eh, just I've been rambling on a good bit for this one. Uh, hmm. I'm kind of wondering now, is it it's not going to affect me at the moment, but is it better to have very long content like this or shorter content and somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes? I'm sure eventually I'll find out with analytics and that. Uh, just for the just yeah, just for the sake of it, I'm going to wait till 40. Like if I end up talking more after that, so be it. But I'm going to wait till at least 40 minutes is up. Now, by the time I click end stream and all that, it might be a few seconds over it. But just for the sake of round numbers, was cheers. Pawn sellers must have a great time doing these because they could do because if you're good at it, you only have to do an hour. I hope this doesn't get demonetized. Well, I know not that it matters now, but I hope this video doesn't get demonetized for saying that now. Probably should have said can. I won't bother editing that out because I want. I'm going for Pacific feel. Not that I watch back over these episodes, but I am looking for a Pacific. Uh, what I might do. Actually, one thing I want to mention. This will probably bring me over the 40 minutes. I might have to wait till 45 minutes with the way my head works, but one thing I want to do is I have a Reddit account already, but I never wrote. I actually wrote one thing because I was having trouble with this, and I went to ask Reddit, looking for what because what was happening was I couldn't get all I couldn't get authorized or whatever. I can't remember exactly, but I was at the point where I could make YouTube videos, but I couldn't live stream because I had to get I had to I had to verify. Yeah, verify the the channel, but I couldn't quite do it. So that's the only comment I made, and it was blocked by Ask Reddit. Like it makes sense. Why would they would do it? Because just in case I was some kind of scammer. Like even then, like immediately after I sent it and noticed it was blocked, I thought, well, fair enough, but it doesn't really help me. Like obviously, I got it sorted. I just got. Uh, but anyway, I'm going to wait till 45 minutes now because might as well. Like, I'm not like I don't have to do it that way. Like I can just end it now, but there's just something appealing on an ending at on either run surrounded by 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Just something appealing. Like I could end it right now, and there have been times when I've done that where say 17 minutes or whatever. But there's just something appealing about ending it on the 5 minute mark or the 10 minute mark. Uh, something I forgot to say is that I usually do these on a Friday. I mean, not Friday, Monday. But I didn't have a heat to come down here this week, so something I want to do once the lockdown is completely lifted. Like, thankfully, it's going to be in phases where different. But eventually, I'll have to get a key for to come down here. So, just looking at more jobs here. Keeping an eye on time. Actually, I think this is actually the job. I can talk about that now. A tour manager. The role will involve developing attractive tour offerings for large and small groups of tourists and other local groups in the leash area. The long term goal would be to expanding the business nationwide. Oh, it's not a tour guide. It's more kind of helping make the tours and that. That or at least that's what I'm getting from this. Like, obviously, the job might be slightly different to what exactly they're saying here, but I don't know. But uh, business development advisors. Actually, here's something I can apply to, but I won't do it on here because I already did the other one. And just in case I do give away, I probably did give away more details than I probably should with the other one. I think I'm kept. Actually, I always hate the way my hair sticks up there. Fucking double crown. I can't remember. I know I won't even bother finishing what I was trying to say earlier on, mostly because I can't remember, and it is coming up to the 45 minutes. So I'm going to wait till about 10 seconds beforehand, and I might slowly go for the. Actually, I might start now. Uh, yeah, I already said it at the beginning of this, but like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever other fun stuff you want to do. I suppose I better do the do be a try to be a better YouTuber and try to be more positive saying it. Like, comment, subscribe to help this channel out, and share it with all your friends. I don't know how authentic that sounded, but I know even saying it sarcastically increases it. So,